Here are 6 things you probably need to hear, and I saved the best one till last. Let's get into it. The first thing that you probably need to hear is that everything is your fault. Now, I know that's uncomfortable for a lot of people to hear. You know, obviously, things like your skin color, where you're born in the world, you obviously can't help. But pretty much everything else is your fault. We don't always have control of the outside circumstances or things that are happening in our life, but you should have 100% control over yourself and the way that you react to things. If you don't have enough money, that's your fault. If you don't like your body, that's your fault. If you have bad habits, that's your fault. You have to take accountability for your own life. Something you've probably heard before, but no one is coming to save you. No one. Not me, not your mum, not your dad, not a hero, not God. You have to be the hero in your own story. Something else you might have heard before is that God helps those who help themselves. The second thing that you probably need to hear is that every second counts. Every fucking second. So stop wasting your fucking time, okay? Stop wasting your time. You should have fun in your life, okay? But life is not a joke, okay? There are serious ramifications and consequences to your actions. For example, if you were to skip, say, exercise out of your daily routine, the ramifications and knock-on effects to that will be poor health later on in life. You'll be more prone to depression, anxiety, low testosterone if you're male. You know, basically a list of health problems, okay, just from missing one thing. And I know that's probably a bit depressing to think about, okay? I don't want you to be like panicking about every little thing that you do. You just have to understand about the consequences to the things that you are doing, okay? It doesn't matter how big or how small you might think that thing is. The third thing that you probably need to hear is that you always have a reputation. Now, you should not be affected by what other people think of you, but how you operate matters. You need to have a code, like a code of ethics, a way of doing things. Don't be the guy who takes shit, okay? But don't be the guy who's late. Be the guy who's reliable, trustworthy. Be the type of guy who's man enough to know when he's made a mistake and admit when he's wrong. Be the kind of person who helps people, okay? There's a couple good reasons for doing this, and I got this from 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, but I mean, one reason, okay, is because it's a fucking good thing to do, okay? You should want to do good things to help people. It helps somebody, okay? And it helps you because it makes you feel good. But another reason why this is powerful, and I'm not saying you should use this as a manipulative tool, but the more you do things for people, okay, the more they will just feel indebted to you, and they will be more likely to do something for you should you ever need it. The fourth thing that you probably need to hear is that if you aren't happy with where you are at in life, change something. Now, that can be a very dramatic change, or it can be a very small change. But if you change nothing, everything stays the same. One of the things my mum used to say when I was growing up was, if you only do what you've always done, you'll only get what you've always got. It's kind of very obvious and very logical, but it's just a way of thinking about things. You know, you should never whinge and fucking complain about your life. If there's something you're not happy with, change it. You know, you should never want and pray for an easier life. You should fucking pray to be better equipped to deal with things, okay? React better in situations, become more as a person. You should never have a dream, okay? You should have a plan and then execute that plan. Dreams don't come true. The fourth thing that you probably need to hear is read, okay? Or be a student. The problem with reading is that by the time you kind of get into older life, like after teenage years, after you've left the education system, because you have been force-fed information and because you have only basically been told what to learn for your entire life, you don't associate reading with fun. You associate it with mind-numbing boredom, okay? Unfulfilling, because You've only ever really read things that you didn't really want to read. But after you leave the educational system, you have all that freedom to go and learn exactly what you want. You have a plethora of authors and infinite knowledge for you to consume at will. So go and read more books. Find out more about philosophy, finance, spirituality, day trading stocks, quantum mechanics, science, whatever it is that really gets you going. Go and get the information. Now, the sixth thing that you probably need to hear is that you are probably spiritually sick and you should pray and or meditate. Now, I never really knew what that meant until I started doing it, and I really felt the difference. Now, I'm not Gandhi, and I don't think I'm more spiritually developed or better than anybody else. I'm just a guy who started doing it, felt the change, and then continued to do it. I have been meditating consistently for a sustained period of time, a couple of years now. Listen, stress is the #1 killer in life. Okay, how you deal with stress will affect your whole life. It will affect all of your decision making and also how you react in different situations. It doesn't matter if you're a cage fighter or if you work in finance. Being more calm and knowing what to do in situations is priceless. So if you are someone who needs to deal with stress better and be more calm, meditation is going to help you. Think about modern life for a minute. Most people live in built up towns, cities and urban areas that have little access to nature. They're having to work shitty jobs that they don't really want to do just to make ends meet. Prices for everything go up year on year, while wages stay exactly the same. Parents are struggling to spend time with their kids because they can't afford to take a day off work. And instead of seeing the magic and the wonder in the universe around us, people seek joy in virtual reality, fucking memes, short form content, eating mostly estrogenized processed foods. They don't know how to cook real ingredients for themselves. They're just eating this fucking poison, convincing themselves that they have a good life because they can buy things, eking out like this weird existence in like a self-contained prison. It kind of sounds like dystopian when I say it like that, but it sounds fucked up because it is fucked up. God and spirituality has been stripped out of Western civilization because you are fucked without it, without that calm, that peace, that serenity, that stillness. I'm not talking about organized religion. I'm talking about a voyage of self-discovery and spirituality through meditation. Don't believe all the fucking stigmas you hear around spirituality, okay? Or praying. I don't fucking wear sandals wherever I go. I don't have a top knot. I don't rub shea butter or fucking sea moss on my body every day, okay? Just trust me. Try it for 2 weeks consistently, okay? And tell me I'm wrong. Guys, remember, it is your God-given right to be successful and it's your responsibility to reach your potential.